I started smoking approximately 30 years ago. I smoke about 15 cigarettes a day, and that depends on whether it's a night out at the pub or whatever. And the reason I smoked, I would say, would be peer group pressure. It was the cool thing to do. No, just the, trying to give up before, you have a battle, a constant battle. It's like another voice in your head, and you're constantly arguing with this voice, and the smoking voice wins out every time.
And your main reason for giving up?
Health, definitely my health. I could feel that if I kept going, I'd be attached to an oxygen bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I first tried hypnosis probably about 15 years ago. That I lasted 24 hours, I think. I was really depressed. It was like there was a death. And I thought, I just can't do this at all. When I did virtual hypnosis, I didn't have any of those feelings at all. None. With the nicotine patches, I would wear them during the day. I'd wear them to work, and then I'd come home and I'd tell myself, again, I'd have that battle in my head. It would be, I'd say, okay, I'm going to get home, I'm not going to have a cigarette. Then the battle would start, and I would rip my patch off and I'd have a cigarette. That little demon would win every time. I realised I could do it after I went the first day without a cigarette. Then I went a weekend without, that ran into 3 days. Then 4, it became a week, and that was with no patches, I knew then I could do it. I didn't need, the nicotine or the nicotine patches. Yes, I definitely don't feel as anxious this time. I find, even there's still times where I do want a cigarette, but it's not that battle that I've had previously on other attempts. So I've had, tried hypnosis before and also been on the patches. So there's always that constant battle, wanting a cigarette. I still have that every now and again, but not as strong, and it's not as hard to just forget about it. It lasts a couple of seconds. I'm now on 0, and I haven't had a cigarette this is my 5th day. So. Mm-hmm. With the virtual reality hypnosis, I found that not just relating it to smoking, just in general, I haven't been as anxious. And an example of that is I had a little accident in my car a couple of weeks ago. Normally, I come at a really bad time. It's never a good time to have an accident, but it was a really bad time, and normally I would have went for the cigarettes, and I just found I just coped with that so much differently than what I normally would have. I would have been really stressed, whereas it was more okay, it's happened, deal with it, move on. So I found in situations, lots of different situations, I have coped differently, more relaxed. Yeah, well, during the last 5 weeks, I'd have to say I haven't had those feelings of anxiety like other times when I've attempted to quit smoking. I haven't had that at all. I have had the desire to smoke sometimes, but it just passes. I don't I just don't have the anxiousness of thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to smoke again, which are feelings I had in the past. Now it doesn't bother me. I don't sit there and think, if I tell myself, oh, I'm never going to smoke again, it doesn't bother me at all.